All right, what's up, everybody? This is Dre Chili coming back to you guys once again. I would like to say thank you to all my new subs to the channels, as well as everybody for leaving their comments as well as opinions on various videos. Now, jumping right into it, we're going to go ahead and talk about presentments and how to handle these presentments. Anytime any of these so-called alleged creditors are filing things on you guys' credit reports, they're making a presentment, and you have the fiduciary responsibility to challenge the presentment in which they're making. And a lot of you people are not doing that because you guys don't understand these legal definitions. So I'm highly advising you guys to go ahead and get you guys some Black's Law dictionaries, Bouvier's, whoever the case may be. Get legal dictionaries so you guys can become familiar with a lot of these terms that they're using. Okay, so Section 809 in particular talks about the validations of the debts. Now, this is the Fair Debt Collections Act. You guys can go ahead and download the PDF or whatever the case may be. However you want to do it, put it on your Dropbox, your desktop, whatever. But you guys want to go ahead and get this and you want to read this. And it talks about the notice of the debt and contents. Within 5 days after initial communication with the consumer in connection with the collection of any debt, a debt collector shall, unless the following information is contained in the initial communication or the consumer has paid the debt, send the consumer a written notice containing the amount of the debt, the name of the creditor to whom the debt is owed. Okay, stop right there. Once again, they're making a presentment. Anybody that's familiar with the Uniform Commercial Code knows that you have the fiduciary responsibility to challenge all presentments, and you can either make them produce their authority to even make the presentment, produce a receipt, or not produce. They're supposed to be giving you a receipt upon discharge of payment, as well as surrender the instrument if they don't surrender the actual receipt, as well as give you some type of verification in regards to their authority to make any presentment. Okay, so say for instance, if I wanted to get a credit card with Capital One, the minute I agree to the terms and obligations of the contract, it becomes essentially a negotiable instrument as soon as I sign off on that contract. That contract then becomes that negotiable instrument, and they can treat it as either a draft or a note. And once again, when you become familiar with the Uniform Commercial Code, a draft and a note is essentially money. So they've already been paid. So this is ludicrous that they're alleging it to be a creditor and that they're making claims on one's credit report. So this word verification is very important. And I'm going to go ahead and read the term from Black's 5th edition. This is my pocket edition right here. It states, verification, a formal declaration made in the presence of an authorized officer, such as a notary public, or in some jurisdictions under oath, but not in the presence of such an officer, whereby one swears to the truth of the statements in the document. Now, whenever they make these presentments, they are essentially never attaching any form of verification that they even have the authority to, one, make the presentment, and two, allege that they are the creditor for a debt, because they're not sending you a affidavit with a notary seal affixed on it, nor are they sending you a statement that somebody under oath took to state that that's a factual claim. So, right here, Section 4 of 809 states, a statement that if the consumer notifies the debt collector in writing within the 30-day period that the debt or any portion thereof is disputed, the collector will obtain verification of the debt or copy of the judgment against the consumer and the copy of such. Now, what I do whenever these credit reporting agencies such as Experian, Equifax, and I can't think of the other third one, TransUnion, whenever they are essentially putting out reports, or whenever they make a report and they haven't attained verification, I always include them in the actual debt validation letter, and I give them the authority to conduct an investigation and obtain validation as well as verification of an alleged creditor who is making a claim on the report itself. And that's what you guys have to do. A lot of you guys are not doing that, and you're going to have to start doing that. Everything essentially boils down to responsibility, because it's your legal estate. Whenever these people come and they make these presentments, you have to challenge their authority to make these presentments as the fiduciary, beneficiary, as well as trustee, whatever hat you want to wear. At the end of the day, that all cap letter name is your property, and you have to guard it. Essentially, that's what you have to do. You have to play defense and offense on it. Now, okay, I'm going to show you guys my proof of claim. I had a friend who had about 70,000, and I did this for her at the top of the year. This one's from January 24th, 2017. This was with Equifax, and I gave them the authority with the validation letter to send back the results of the investigation to obtain verification. And essentially, this is what they stated: the results of your investigation. We have researched the credit account, and this is the account number, and the results are: this item has been deleted from the credit file. If you have any additional questions about this item, please contact blah blah blah. And this was for Capital One. She had a $10,000 balance, or outstanding balance as they alleged. She maxed out the credit card, but and all of this can be done through the DTC, but that's kind of too complex. This is just, I'm going to keep this video very simple. This one, she had about $60,000 in alleged medical debts. And this one states right here, I redacted all her information, but as you guys know, I like to show proof of claim. And I'm going to put the validation letter in PDF format so you guys can just go ahead and copy it and paste it and edit it to you guys' liking. This one states, in acknowledgement of your dispute, we have requested the above accounts be deleted with the consumer reporting agencies. The online deletion reference numbers are, and these is all the reference numbers right here. And this was about 60,000. So all told, it's about $75,000 that I helped her delete from her credit reports. It says our records indicate we have previously provided you with verification. Once again, that word verification. So, okay, so if you provided verification, why are you requesting that the above accounts be deleted? Because they can't provide verification, and they're not going to provide verification, because if they did, then they would be perjuring themselves, and they can be held liable. It says, please understand that these account balances remain outstanding for services provided by our client, Sonora Quest Laboratories. Okay, consumer reporting agencies may take up to 30 days or longer to update consumer reports, and this is beyond our control. If I can be of further assistance to you in this matter, please do not hesitate to contact our office. And she gave her name and she signed it. Now, once again, as I've always previously stated, the terms, these legal terms, you guys are going to have to start learning these terms, because when you learn these terms, you can then formulate your own letters, and you don't just have to copy somebody, and you can start challenging these people's presentments that they're making. So right now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the validation letter, and everything in yellow, excuse me, everything in yellow. You guys can go ahead and just put your information in right there, and I'm going to put this in the description box as well. Okay, now, and I'm going to have to do a separate video covering how to properly do an administrative process, because what'll happen is, if these credit reporting agencies don't respond after I give them the power to conduct an investigation for verification, I then include them in my claim by doing an administrative process on them. And most of these companies are not going to be held in default if they can't obtain verification from these alleged creditors. So you guys can go ahead and, I'm going, like I said, I'm going to do a separate video on that one as well. I'm going to break down everything. That one's going to be a lot longer. So you guys can go ahead and take a look at this letter. And once again, I'm going to put this in the description box. Leave your comments, your reviews, and your suggestions, as well as questions. And once again, I want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. And that's all I got for you guys. It's a tough road ahead. It's a lot of studying, but if I can do it, you can do it. I know a lot of older people who stay up all night doing paperwork, reading. So once again, it's your legal estate, so you're gonna have to take and assume responsibility and control of it. All right, everybody, peace.